And I'm live. Hey everybody. Although you're seeing this 20 seconds after I started this. So hey everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. How is everybody doing? How are we all doing today? So people will start popping on in a second because I have that 20 seconds to talk to myself. It's always great fun. My puppy dog is hanging around. So hey. Let me know if you're around. Let me know if you'd like a card. As always, I always honor. I always honor the try to honor the energy exchange for donations first. Hi, just because it's something that resonates for me. So to do that. So yeah, tonight I am doing cards. Tomorrow I am on with Layla and Laura. For those that didn't catch Laura with the amazing Gail as well this morning in Ascending Butterflies. Laura is on tomorrow here and Ascending Butterflies, and I think we're in Sayuna Stay as well. Sayuna Stay Soul Tribe. Hi. So yeah, hi everybody. Happy Wednesday. So yeah, and then for those that are really enjoyed Ewan the other night, he is pestering me to do another one, to do another live. He enjoyed it so much. He's been asking me all week to do another one. So we're going to do another live with Ewan, but I'm going to keep it in the Magpie's Nest, just to protect him really as much as anything else. So yeah, we're going to do a live with Ewan, and I think we're going to do that on Saturday night with Ewan, just because it's an evening night and he just really wants to read for people. So I'll put a post up. But if you're not already in my Magpie's Nest group, please feel free to go and join that. And we'll do a live in there for Ewan at the weekend. So yeah, so let's get on with some readings. So if you donate, please let me know, just because I don't want to miss anything. You don't have to donate. I just want to make sure that I don't do anything. He loved it. He is still buzzing, Sammy Joe, still buzzing. So we're going to do it again on Saturday night with Ewan. For those that don't know, Ewan is my son. He's 9 and he was reading at the weekend, so he's coming into, but I'm only going to do that in the Magpie's Nest just because. And also, if you are watching, the reason I have the Magpie's Nest is partly because I share some memes of love within that space, but also for those that, because obviously on the main page we get the scammers, and it turns out that lately a lot of people have been getting the scammers inboxing them or sending them friend requests. So if you want to avoid that, try and watch the videos in my Magpie's Nest group. They can't get in there. It's just a safer space for people for when I'm reading, and I'm going to make sure that one of my feeds is always in that group from now on, because I don't know, I just think I'm supposed to do it that way, where I'm on the page but also in the group like tonight. So you will find me on anything Magpie. But yes, tomorrow I will share the stream into Magpie's Nest, but we are on Sending Butterflies and Sayuna Stay as well with Layla and Laura. And also on Sunday, I've got such a busy week of readings. So I've got tonight, tomorrow I've got Laura and Layla. Saturday, I'm going to be in Magpie's Nest with Ewan. And then Sunday evening, I'm on with Lorna and Alison May. So if you want to join us for any of those, feel free to do that. Right, let's go for people. Let's have readings. Let's do what we do. And like I said, if you donate, let me know, but you don't have to. Samantha. Hey. Hi, Ellie. He really did steal the show, didn't he, Anne-Marie? So yes, Ewan will be with me on Saturday, but like I said, I'm going to keep him in the nest just to protect him a little bit. So if you want to come and be read, have a reading from a 9-year-old, you can do that. I don't think he was even using the cards towards the end. It was crazy. Hey. So, Sam, for you, I have the King of Pentacles. By the way, all of these cards, it's a deck that's created with 72 different artists, 78 different artists. So these will all look completely different, which is I kind of really like about this. So, Sam, for you, with the King of Pentacles, it's really about taking time. And I know this is like, obviously, it's that time of year where we all take stock. It's harvest time of everything that we've achieved, but also what resources we have, especially as we're going into winter. Hi, Layla. Layla and Laura are both on here now. And as I've said 3 times already, I am on with them tomorrow night at 7:37. It's on the wall. I know that. Um, it's about looking at the resources and planning ahead. I really feel like this is planning ahead the resources that you have and what you're going to need, because there's a lot of money thrown on the floor here. I don't know whether that's money coming at you or an opportunity for money coming at you. There's so much money all over this. Um, so you may well have abundance coming in, but I feel like that there's stuff coming in, but it's about looking at how you apply that in the most effective way to. It does feel like eke your way through winter. Eke, not eat. Eke. Because I would eat my way through winter. I'm quite happy to be a big brown bear and do that. But there is. I'm going to pull another one just to get a bit more on that. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, opportunities coming your way for abundance coming in. I do feel like money's making its way to you for whatever reason, but it's about looking at how you apply your resources that you have in order to make it most lucrative. So um, it could be time as much as it is about money or materials. And so I always eat more in winter. And I'll be honest, I still have my winter belly on me. So I'm fine. I will make my way through this one too. Um, I don't know if you have a garden. I don't know if there's something in the garden to put towards to do something with. Um, but this really is feeling like it's about looking at your resources and your time and what you have and looking at how perhaps you want them to work over the next 6 months or so, having a higher view of how you want that to go, your resources and material world to go with it. Is she rolling in it? Excellent. If she is, she needs to be wise with what she does with it. I'm just gonna do that. Just check that. I'm just gonna set this up so I make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay. Oh, I love that. I've just clicked on the wrong thing, but it's told me that my friend has started has a photography page, and I'm like, yes, yes, let's join the photography page. I have a big garden, but I hate it because it's on a slope. Oh, okay. So maybe it's about looking at how you can make that work for you. Hi, everybody. Okay, Cheryl, let's go with you. As you've donated, I will read for you. Let's see, what do we have for Cheryl? What do we have for Cheryl? Seven of Pentacles again. I know with this new moon, we are in this kind of shift period of looking at where we are setting our intentions, what needs time invested in it, what needs energy invested in it, what needs work, what needs to be let go of. Let's see. Because I feel like there's an opportunity coming in for you where, in order to take full advantage of this thing that's going to bring you great joy and great inspiration and great movement, something's got to be let go of. It's like you have all the balls juggling, and that's great. But if you want to be able to commit to something that's coming, or this opportunity that's coming in for you, then you're really going to have to. Yeah, it is. It's cool. I like it because it's got the wizard sleeve. Wizard sleeve. Sorry, that's making me laugh. Yeah, with this, it really is an opportunity for you to have some fun, to have an amazing time, to go and do something exciting. But in order to do that, it's like you're going to have to juggle a couple of other things, and some of that might mean letting other things go, because it's whether they're even worth the time for some of them. Some of them feel like burdens and they need to be let go of. It's like that part of that. because our soul contract isn't just with other people, it's like lessons that we have to learn on our own as well. And I feel like this is a closing up of lessons. And I do feel like we're in this energetic shift time right now where things are starting to change, and I can feel the energy being different. And I know we're going into winter, and when we go into winter, it's always the shadow period of the year. It's always like, oh, okay, well, I'm kind of reviewing up the year and things are starting to take a twist. We're going into this Mercury retrograde that's coming up. We're already in the pre-shadow. We're already thinking over things, reviewing things. And it's almost like at the end of it, we can really harness it Halloween time in order to, productively change everything. Hi, beautiful Joe. Um, and then we get another one at the end of the year as well, which is, going into the new year. So it's great that we have all these Mercury retrogrades, but this one feels like it's giving us a time to take pause and assess what matters to us. And I think opportunities will come in for you. And it's about, is this actually, does this inspire, do I feel inspired or compelled to go and do this thing? And why? Why am I doing this? Does it matter to me? Is it going to bring me joy? And I do think there's a lot of this assessment of, is it going to bring me joy? Is the toil of having to make space for it is it worth me carving space for this thing? And that's really where this energy is coming for you. Also, I don't know if there's going to be some fun times to go out and have some fun and kick back with the girls, or go and have a party or a celebration or something. But absolutely take that opportunity. And again, that's an opportunity, right? Sometimes you think, oh, I don't want to go out, and it's the best night of your life. So um, don't instantaneously say no to things. Just see where it could go. Is really where I'm going with that. Okay, let's just check. Okay, next is Beth. Just want to honor that one. Okay, let's see what have we got for Beth. I hope that's helpful in some way, Cheryl. You're so welcome. It feels like good energy's coming in. I really want to do this with my eyebrows in your energy, Beth. Do you remember that advert, the Cadbury's advert, where they had the dancing eyebrows? My kid learned how to do that. I don't know if he could do it now, though, but he's all about eyebrows. I just like, what's going on here, then? Okay, Beth, let's see what we have for you. I like this. We have the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. Your intuition is actually on point. It's when you don't listen to it that you struggle. There's lessons coming up, or if it hasn't happened already, there's a lesson that's coming up, a test on it. Hi, Cyan. Because there's a choice coming up to make, and I think in your head it's going to say one thing, in your heart it's going to say another thing. And really what you need to do, and maybe your gut's saying another, it's not going to feel like solid that you will know instantaneously, like logically what to do. It's really about feeling into the shadow, feeling into what isn't being said, what isn't being made, like allowing your intuition. If something feels off, if you feel like someone's only telling you half the story, and that isn't necessarily because they're up to something. Sometimes they only tell us half the story because they're struggling with something. Doesn't Just because it's in shadow and half secrets, it doesn't mean it has to be sinister. But there is something that's off, and it's about trusting your intuition and trusting your gut with that movement, because you're going to need to make a decision on stay or go. It feels like a duality, but it doesn't have to be two opposing things. It can absolutely blend in the middle, like day and night, right? We always go, oh, day is the opposite of night, but at dawn and dusk, they mix, they blend, and it's beautiful. Look at the colored skies you get at that time. So it doesn't have to be black and white, this decision. And there is some middle ground, and there's something that you're not completely aware of. But if you listen to your intuition, if you feel in your gut, your heart, your head, when it all aligns, but I feel like 2 out of the 3 will align, and it's like, oh, okay. And I think it's your heart and your gut will tell you one thing. The brain just needs the information to make that okay for whatever reason. but it's a choice, and I feel like this is something that's come around before, that you will finally make a different choice. And I think that's the point. When this comes round, it's making a different choice. And I think it's prioritizing what's best for you in that situation rather than somebody else. And that's okay to prioritize ourselves. And I do feel like there's been this, oh, I'm not sure, it could be this, it could be that. And it's finding, oh, actually, I don't have to choose that or that. There is this beautiful thing in the middle that works out and gives us this balance, this compromise between the two. But it is, again, tying up a lesson. Okay, good. Only you can make that decision. It won't tell me what's the right one for you, because only you know what's the right one for you, because it's your intuition and your guidance system. But yeah, I don't think it's necessarily going to be easy though, because there was a mountain on that choice, but it felt like there was a path up a mountain, but it will be worth it. I didn't say it was going to be easy. I just said it was going to be worth it. I hope that's helpful, Beth. Yes, you're in a position to defend something as well. I think that's what you're doing. You're protecting something, and there is a way to find a compromise. He likes an argument. Oh my God. I love that. The mountain won't go to Muhammad. Let the Muhammad go to the mountain. Maybe that's part of it. But yes, meet in the middle. Why do they do that? Why do they pick that hill to die on? Do you know what I mean? Why do they pick the silly battles? I don't know. Right, where am I going next? Paul Seraphin. Let's go to you. You're so welcome, Beth. Okay. Paul Seraphin. What have we got for Paul? Oh, decisions, decisions. Okay. So first of all, I have the Two of Wands, decision making, trying to decide where it is in the world you want to go. Whilst also, I think part of the way of deciding where you want to go, this is going to sound really bizarre, is where don't you want to go? What is an absolute no? And start putting things in a no list so the pile goes down. Like, no, I absolutely have no desire to go to Spain. No, I have no desire to go to Egypt. I have no desire to go to this place. Or I have no desire to do have no desire to do mini golf. I have no desire to do volleyball. Oh, I'll consider swimming. That's okay. And just, they're not the specific things, but there is this opportunity, because the more, and I know this is really weird. This is really weird, because I got the Five of Cups and the Page of Swords, and I think it's a case of literally focusing on what you don't want to do. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, and that's okay. So it's about, but you've removed the don'ts, and then you can move on to the do's, like, oh, I do want to do that. Oh, I do want to do that. Oh, I do want to do this. Um, because it's like, I know I need to do something, but what do I need to do? I feel like you're looking for either a purpose or something to really put your time and effort into. It's like you want to commit to something, but you don't know what it is. Um, it's like, I know what I don't want to do, but but I don't know what it is I do want to do. And that's okay, you know. I don't know if you're on a path where it's like, well, what is my purpose? I did a online class with the amazing Ingrid Kincaid, an online session that she did a month or so ago, or a couple of months ago, and it was all about purpose. But it was the fact that Do we always need purpose? Like, we're so focused on trying to find our purpose or following that purpose that sometimes we forget to just try things, because by accident on the journey of just being, you may find your purpose along the way. If we're actively looking for it and we're so blinkered on finding a certain thing, we miss all the other stuff going on. And it may actually make us miss our purpose, if that makes sense. That our block can literally be ourself when we're trying to do that, because you're like, well, it's not going to be that. I don't like that. But doing that thing and just being with that thing that maybe is a little bit uncomfortable may lead you to where you're supposed to be. So it's almost like taking the focus off of purpose will help you find the purpose, if that makes sense. Um, or if you even need one. Do we need a purpose? Sometimes just being and living the human experience is all we're supposed to do. But I get it. It's something for us to do, to focus on. So maybe focus on smaller things at a time. Like, do you want to go and travel somewhere? What is it you want to do? What parts of us do we need to heal? Maybe while we're healing, we find the thing along the way. And a lot of us go through incredible trauma, and that's what leads us to our purpose. So we can lead people through out of the darkness into the light, or from the pain into the healed, or whatever it is, that all consuming to a place where we can swim on our own again. It's that need to just be. And there's healing in just being. And I think that's just what you need to do right now, is to stop pushing. It's almost like that push for trying to find that purpose is literally blocking you. And sometimes we get blocked because we're in the wrong place. It's like the buffers on a bowling alley. Like, it'll go, oh, bump you, because it'll bump you back onto the path to where you're supposed to go. And sometimes it's like, oh, okay, maybe if I just go with it and see where it goes, I'll find the answer that I'm supposed to. It doesn't feel way away. It doesn't feel a long way away. It just feels like what you need to focus right now is healing. There's a journey to go. Maybe an earth path. Yeah, absolutely. It gives us that understanding so we can guide the others. Exactly that. Maybe you are the one that, follows, that leads the herd. It's like the mother deer. Everyone always thinks it's the stag that leads the flock, but it's not. It's the wisest, eldest, crone type deer in the pack that tells them that it's the right time of year to move. And they know the seasons, they're experienced, and so they guide them to where's best. And they know that the river goes low. And so all the stag does is make sure they're all protected, and they follow that. But it's actually the matriarchal deer that lead the way. And often people think that, the stag gets there because of rutting, but often it's not just the stag that gets laid, so to speak. There's also the clever ones that sneak off around the side, and they use cunning um to get mated, so to speak. So it's about really looking at, you know you may find your role just by being, like, by having the experience. You then become the leader because you understand the seasons, and you understand the ways, and you understand the paths that you're supposed to follow or lead along. And it comes that way. There are constellations on here, so I don't know if it's worth looking at astronomy or astrology or anything like that. But just to kind of, sometimes in our birth chart, it gives us keys. So, like, if you're feeling blocked, you can look at your Saturn placement, and it will show where there's restrictions on you, and things that can hold you back. Whereas in Jupiter, it's really where you can expand and grow. And having a look at, if you do feel a call towards the spiritual path, then that may help with like your Neptune placement or your 11th house, or is it 12th house, one of them. not really into well, I am into astrology, but I'm not an expert by any means. But again, your natal chart really is a great way to unlock parts of yourself and where your strengths lie and where your restrictions and growth are needed in that area. So yeah, I always find it. I found all different new things to look at this week, and every time I find more planets and more aspects of my chart to go and look into, I find more and more things that were in retrograde. It's just insane. So yeah, have a look, see how things are. Have a look at your north node and your south node as well. If you're really struggling with direction and a path forward, our south node is what we bought, what wisdom and experience we bought from our past lives, and our north node is our lesson and what we're supposed to bring in and part of our path into this life. So have a look at your north node and south node. And they will be opposite each other, by the way. So my south node, for example, is in Scorpio, and so my north node is in Taurus. So have a look into that. Hope that helps in some way. Okay, let's go. Where are we going next? Evening, everybody. Okay, where are we going next? I just thought I'd pop on for a little while and see where we go. You're so welcome, Paul. If nothing else, pick a direction, and if it's the wrong direction, it'll bump you into where you're supposed to go. Okay. Okay. Where are we going? 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 If you'd like a card, let me know. My hair's gone really frizzy. It's because it's warm yet humid. I'm starting to turn into... Does anybody ever watch Gimme, Gimme, Gimme? The Kathy Burke one. I just feel like the more frizzy my hair gets, the more I'm turning into Linda from Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. All I need is those blonde streaks. And a gay best friend to live with. Yeah, Linda from Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. That also Sideshow Bob. It's just getting more and more frizzy, which is crazy. I think it's the moisture. I think it's because it started raining. Let's go with Beautiful Joe. Joe gave me an incredible reading this evening. If you don't follow Joe, you need to. You need to follow Joe because healing. And she's going to do some attunement soon. Yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme. I love that song. I love anything that features ABBA. Yeah, Joe does healings. She does readings. She teaches Reiki. Amazing. Okay, let's see what we got for you, Joe. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh my god, that's amazing. Never seen this well, I have seen it because I unboxed it. But yeah. I like... Okay. The first card that I have for you is the Nine of Pentacles. I love this card. It's beautiful. It is the peacock, really does sum up the Nine of Pentacles. It's about your value, your worth, honoring your resources, knowing exactly what you have and what you have to offer, but also knowing that that deserves something in exchange for that. I then have the Chariot. I'm going to warn you, this the sphinxes have ball gags in their mouth, that's all I'm saying, and their boobs out, obviously. So we have is that Jessica Rabbit and Betty Boop? But anyway, oh, Sebastian's down there as well, and Car from the Jungle Book. This is amazing. And then we have this wonderful rock guy who's riding the chariot. So for me, this does feel like balancing and knowing your path. And although that's hard, and I'm really getting Peter Pan, and I don't know why, but like second star to the right and straight on till morning, I have that coming in my head for whatever reason. And it really is about looking at balance, because you're about to navigate a path that isn't going to be easy. It's going to be worth it. And you know what the end goal is. But the things that I'm being shown here to kind of to balance off that worth and that knowing and the skills and the abilities and the capabilities and the material and everything, the texture and the content. We have the healing card, but this is like the least healing feeling I've ever had from a healing card. The heal and take the time for peace. And then we have the Eight of Swords. I love this lino cut one, stunning. And then we have the Five of Swords. So there's a lot of sword energy going on here. And I feel like whatever's going to hold you back or be a challenge, it's not going to hold you back, because it can't hold you back, because there's determination and willpower to deliver what it is you're looking for. But there is this energy of, I don't know if you're worried about not being up to, not competition, I don't think it's necessarily that, but I don't know if you've been comparing yourself to people, and you shouldn't be doing that, because you have your own niche and you have your whole time. And with that Five of Swords, it's coming up against people that are so determined to be a certain way that they're never going to take any healing or any back down. Family, okay, perfect. Because work feels good, I'm not going to lie, but whatever this is with the healing, it's like it's a forever battle of not being good enough, or being told you're not good enough, or made to feel inadequate, even though that's not true. I don't know if they belittle your work a little bit, um, and they really shouldn't, because you're incredible at your work. But this Four of Swords just feels beaten, battled. But if you look in the background, you've got Mother Mary healing in the background with the lamb and everything. There's this healing. Like, you can only heal those that are open to healing. And it's like remembering that sometimes, as much as we want to heal people, we can't unless they want to. As much as that's our work. And it's the hardest thing as a healer to walk away from someone and go, do you know what? I can't help you if you can't help yourself, or you're not even aware that it's going on. I feel this person is very opinionated as well, by the way. You have the Queen of Cups. Incredible intuitive, incredible healer. But again, the Queen knows, because she has to run a kingdom. She's in charge of more than just, one part of a kingdom. She's in charge of a collective, a healing. And so there is this energy of knowing who to keep space for. Like, remind them the space is always there if they need it, and like the offer is always there if they need it. But I just feel like these people are very blocked. Ten of Wands. This may even be around a family commitment, or something that you've taken on, a responsibility that you feel. And I don't know if this is to do with ancestral healing, that kind of things being handled down the line, and trying to break those kinds of patterns happening again. But again, we can only do the work if they're prepared to. So it's really important to have boundaries with these people. When's the next eclipse? I also feel like when they hand you a compliment, there's some cutting, negging part to it as well. You will when you're ready, when you've had enough. I don't think you're that far away from that. It's that part of you that has hope, that would hope that you could heal them or help them without them realizing that you're helping them, so to speak. But it's like you offer it out and you get burnt for it. They pay you a compliment, but there's always like a side dig, so that you can't ever say they said anything directly. Like a backhanded insult. Like smiling assassins, they'll say something cutting and just go, I was just joking. No, I can see you have commitments. I can see that. Because the Ten of Wands, that really screamed down that there was family commitments that you've taken on, and they're onerous, but it's duty, so you would be compelled to carry that out. And because you're someone who honors your commitments and you care and you've made a commitment towards that, that's why you honor it. I also feel like somebody wants something for free from you, and you shouldn't do that. Take less, I feel like they can afford something, but they're saying they can't. as well. I don't know if this is a separate thing because we have the Hierophant. So I don't know if this is someone that wants to learn from you and they're saying, but I can't afford it. And I don't know how true that is. I don't know if they're trying to say they can't afford it and giving you the story so that you would let them do it for free, but you shouldn't let them do it for free. Oh, same thing. Okay. You shouldn't let them have stuff for free because your experience and expertise has been honed and crafted like a fine artist. Somebody is very greedy. I feel like one of these is one of those typical boomers who just love football. You know, the ones that if you call them up on anything, they just go red and angry. Not all boomers are bad, by the way. Boomers are just a generation. This feels like that gammony boomer that just gets red and angry and pent up and will shout you down until you agree with them, even though you really don't. Oh, it takes all your skill and talent to move through that. You just got to make sure. Oh, siblings. I'm quite lucky with mine, although they haven't always been like that. We haven't always had that relationship. There's still room for it to change, right, Joe? But for you, this is about making sure that you have your boundaries and you have your thresholds so they can't take from you. Make sure you're protecting and grounding. I mean, you would anyway, but it's always good to get the reminder. The earth path. I don't know if someone around you is struggling with a gender journey either. I'm just getting that vibe, like they don't feel like it's a safe place for them to share that. I don't know if that's a thing that's going on. It may not, and if it's not, I apologize. I'm just really getting this feeling that somebody is they identify as non-binary or something like that. So yeah, make sure that you're and using the energies in the best way possible. So, like Mercury retrograde's coming up, it's a really great time to review some things. I think Uranus is about to go into retrograde as well, I think. They may not, Joe. I just got this real energy of, non-binary or somebody not liking it, maybe like body dysmorphia kind of feeling. They don't like the body that they're in, and there's a need to heal something around that. But again, connecting with nature, if you feel a call to connect with nature and to commune with it, do that. I think you have a new healing modality coming as well. So that's like you're crafting it and building it up and make sure again that you are getting equal exchange for that. And know who to tell and who not to. I think there's something about that, who to tell and who not to tell. And make sure you launch it when you're ready and sure. Hmm. Yeah, if this is to do with children, if children is the thing, I feel like you're there for little people, because you know something, but you're there. But yeah, I love a new healing. Yeah, it feels good. It feels like a really healthy. I think it's to do with attachments. Maybe that's part of it. You go through this and then you help other people heal their bonds and their, relationships with it. Maybe that's part of it. I've got the Justice card, but I'm literally seeing God save this queen. Don't forget you're a queen. You are a queen, Joe. I hope that's helpful in some way. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. There's good in them. That's the worst thing sometimes when we see the good in them. 3 bad eggs, but there's a hell of a lot of good ones around you too, Joe. Okay. Let's see. Where should we go? Where should we go? Where should we go? You're so welcome, beautiful Joe. Guys, go and check out Joe. Honestly. I don't mind if you disappear and go and find Joe and come back again. I don't mind that. Just go find Joe. I know some of you did earlier. I always share them when I see them. Joe's lives. Do you still have a nest too? I think you do. Okay, let's go with where have we been? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where have we been? Have we been here already before? Where are we going, Kayleigh? Malik, as I saw you, a card jumped, so you get this. There's a need for peace. Alone time. I don't know if there's been a lot of demands on you at the moment, people putting things on you, making you hold things, making you support them. I feel like what's really important right now is what you need for you, because I don't know if this is a commitment or a person, whether this is, it's like you're chained to something and not from your side. I feel like somebody or something needs you all the time. And I don't know if there's almost like a people pleasing kind of energy going on, which is, oh, you've taken time off work. Okay, that's really good. Because that, I did wonder if it was work related, because it was almost like I was getting burnout energy, proper burnt out energy, and the need to give yourself time and space to process how we even got to this point. Right now, it's a time for clarity, for healing, to focus on that, to honor that. I don't know why I'm seeing a fish tank, like an aquarium. Is it an aquarium or is it a fish tank? An aquarium really is just like a big fish tank, right? I'm literally seeing one and it's got like those better fish in, and was it beta fish, better fish, and they're just all floating, and it's like the peace and calm of watching them just float and the water flowing, and something about the bubbles. Oh my god, now I'm getting Finding Nemo. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. I love that fish so much. When they're in the tank and the chest opens and all the bubbles come out. Very aware at the moment. Bubbles is something else entirely. It doesn't feel like that. Yeah, this is a time to allow yourself to regain strength. There's also something about the back. Whether this is like literally to do with the spine resting, if you're having backache, if you're storing it in your back in that way, seeing if you can get work around that. Um, but also looking at your chakra system as well, looking at balancing that. Sometimes you could do that just with crystals, putting the crystals in the right space. I often do. My husband, he probably needs another one actually. He's quite stressed. So I might put a chakra stones on him tonight. But there is this kind of need to, oh, you've booked in for a back massage. Perfect. Because it's about regaining your strength, and it's your core strength. So that can be physically like your stomach muscles, toning, doing yoga, building up your core, your spine being cared for, um, your chakras as well, your inner energy centers, and external actually. I wouldn't even stick to just the seven. I would go to the Earth Star and down, and the Soul Star and up, and I would do all all those amazing ones. But it's about you building up your spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, all the energetic bodies are needing recalibrating and realigning, and it's about looking at what each of them need, because if one's off, it knocks the others out of alignment. And it's really about focusing on that right now for you. I don't know if there's a cat involved in this. Like, there's a cat. If a cat is around you and it's purring, its vibrations are thought to bring healing to the person that is purring around. My cat just sleeps lots at the moment. But they do. They come and sit on you and they'll purr because you want that kind of healing. You need it in your energy system, and they know intuitively that that's the thing to do. Yeah, and then the star. So yeah, for you it really is about healing, rebuilding your core, taking the extra time, being selfish, prioritizing self so that you can do that. And it's not selfish as in a really self-centered, self-prioritizing, screw everybody else kind of energy. It's selfish in the sense that you cannot support everybody else. Oh, you'd like to get a cat? Maybe one's going to magically turn up and adopt you. But their healing energy just vibrates. It just makes you vibrate. It's vibration, sorry. It makes you vibrate, but it makes your vibrations align up. I don't know if you've been struggling with sleep. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, right? That's something huge and profound, and there is no timeline for that. So make sure that you are honoring what you need and what you require for that. I don't know where you're based, but I know Sue Ryder are really good for talking through loss, no matter who it was or how it happened. They are really good at um, helping people navigate um, grief and loss. Oh, you're in Gloucester. So, yeah, Sue Ryder, it's the UK. And they can help you with that. They can help you talk through that, or at least find you a support group nearby, a bereavement group or something like that nearby. So make sure that you're talking that through, because this is about prioritizing your healing. Okay, where are we going next? Where are we going next? I hope that's helpful, Malik. And I'm really sorry for your loss with your mum. So yeah, anything on top of that is going to feel like it's just too much. Okay. Yes, I do love that bit on the film. That bubbles, 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 bubbles. Michelle Harris. Michelle Harris, what do I have for you? Oh, I like this. Are you going traveling? Are you supposed to be going traveling? Feels like a cruise, or you're going on a ferry. That's what it feels like. Mm. I don't know if I'm off, I'm really sorry. And if I'm inaccurate, please tell me, because if I don't know where I'm going wrong, then I can't. Been on day trips, nothing planned. That's okay. It's just because I saw this ship in this ocean and it's stunning. I will show you the card because it is stunning. It's a stunning card. It's one of the best King of Cups cards I've ever seen. The King of Cups for me is also about because I have the Hierophant and I have the Page of Cups as well. So I don't know if this is spiritual or this is emotional or if this is mental health related, but it's about finding someone that is experienced to help you navigate the watery element. And the watery element is that receptive feminine energies of um spirituality, our psychic connection, our emotional health. It's our mental health, because obviously we have feelings and emotions, and they affect our mental health. But it very is our emotional, spiritual kind of aspect and how we are satisfied in that way. So I don't know if there's been a sense of overwhelm with you, and whether you've been getting spiritual upgrades. It feels like it could be both, if I'm honest. But there is this kind of this need, curiosity to investigate and delve into that watery element in one or numerous ways. So if that's an emotional overwhelm, then it's about finding a counselor or finding someone who is not in your direct situation, who can help you navigate emotional overwhelm. So like I say, like a therapist or a counselor, somebody like that that is experienced in that, or like a bereavement, if it's to do with bereavement or whatever, to help you heal through that way, because they have to have experience. But I don't know if you've had one of those and then you feel um trying to stay on the positive road. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with this Mercury retrograde. I really do feel, for this is my personal feeling of the vibes at the moment, that we are about to go through a shadow work period, because, and we have the Page of Cups here as well, which is curiosity and spirituality coming on board. The thing about shadow, for those that don't know, shadow is those aspects of trauma or embarrassment, or as humans, we want to be part of a pack, right? So when we are shamed for being a certain way, we go, oh, they rejected me in that way. I won't do that again. I'll pretend that's not part of my personality and I'll put it in the shadow so no one, even me, has to see it again. And everything goes in there. So all our trauma, anything that, made us different, anything like that, we put into the shadow. And actually what we should be doing, And everyone says, "Oh, stay positive, keep light, keep the high vibes, blah 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 blah." Absolutely, keep your high vibes, stay positive. I'm not negating that. What I'm saying is we shouldn't be solely focused on that and think that that's going to heal us, because that's not going to work. What's really important is that we go into that shadow place, that place that we don't want to go, and we work through that stuff. And that's not because we have to bring it out and show and tell and project it out into the world, but we have to accept those parts of us and integrate that into us. Otherwise, they're going to keep staying there in the shadow, pulling us back. So that's kind of why I'm saying, hey, if you've got a lot of stuff that's been coming up and a lot of this emotional stuff, and you've been feeling totally lost because, like me, all the things that were, you know, I was told I was off with the fairies. I was told that I couldn't, I needed to focus on things, and that, you know, um, and I remember random pieces of information, all the things that I was told I was ridiculed for, basically, and told that, oh well, what does she know, blah 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 blah, or oh my god, I don't understand her. You don't need to. I didn't need to be. Well, I did need to be understood. I needed to be understood that that was me. But when I delved into those things, I needed to be able to go into about 30 different places so I could work with spirit, so I could do that work. And I needed to be off with the fairies. And it's like all these things had to happen. So, um, are you going through the change as well? Yes, exactly. So again, that can be, and with that being a circle, I love that I've now realized that's a circle as I'm going to say that. Finding a women's circle where people are also going through a similar thing, and you can talk and process those things. It doesn't just have to be a counselor or anything, but it's somebody that has experience of navigating you through that. Um, if you feel called, research into, red tents. They're female centric. Um, Places that you can go to that are more spiritual based, where they can help you go through, as a female, it's an empowering experience to go through with other females, or just a women's circle where you go and share things. But like I was saying, your superpower is often in the shadow. The thing that made you different, that made you stand out, is the thing that you're probably here to do. And if you've been feeling lost, it could be that the part of you that you're looking for is in that shadow space. So make sure that you find someone who can help you navigate that space and get curious with it. And if you've had weird dreams lately, I don't know about you, I've had some really weird ones. Like the other day, I was talking to an ex and then he ended up kissing my neck, and I was like, please don't do that. I don't mind. He was a nice ex. It was just like, please don't do that. That's not, I don't need that right now. I don't need that dream coming up. But then when I looked into the symbolism of it, it was actually something a bit different. Um, so again, get curious with it. Write down your dreams. If thoughts come up, kind of go with it, follow the thread, see where it goes. I'm not going to say that's going to be easy to do that, especially if that is delving into the shadow and things that have come up. Um, I dreamt my walls in the house were freezing. There you go. Have a look into that. See what that dream means, Michelle, because, it may feel like, you know, things at home are, I don't know, freezing cold, or you're worried about the winter, or, you know, or your house feels like the energy feels off. I don't know. I don't know the symbolism of ice necessarily, and I don't know the symbolism of things happening in your home. So have a look into that, research that. I do have a post. I'm put a post up about dream things in the spiritual development group, but again, that's just, hey, thinking points or jumping off points with regards to dreams and stuff like that. So have a look and see what that dream means, because it probably doesn't mean that you're worried about the winter and how you're going to pay your fuel bills. It may be part of that. It may be something random, like, you feel trapped in the home, or something about, stuff like that. Yeah, just keep a journal. Just see, and it may not even be that you need to necessarily go and find the symbolism. You may find as you go through, there's this thread, and it's just about getting curious and not writing anything off as silly, in order to kind of pull the threads along into a space where it makes sense. But I feel like it's finding someone that can teach you the tools to help you navigate what's going on. Um, It does feel like it is about, finding the right tools that can help you navigate, especially if you're going through the change and hormones are going up and down, your body's changing. It's like being, I can only imagine it's like puberty, but worse. It's like it's, 1 minute you're hot, 1 minute you're cold. It's, your hormones are doing things, your skin's changing. Um, so yeah, it's find those people that have the wisdom to guide you and help you navigate, people that are going through it as well. And if you're feeling really tired, honor that. If you feel physically tired, it's okay to rest. It's okay to say no to people as well, to have boundaries and say, I just can't take anything else on as well. So, is there another way to donate? I can work PayPal. Do I have another way? You're in the nest, aren't you? Can I do that? Hang on. I will put that. If you're in the nest, I will put it in the nest. I will just put and I'll only put it on while we're in here. I can put the bank details to pay it over if that's an option. Other than that, I don't think I have another way of doing it. And now it won't even let me in my bank. I don't think you're supposed to, Cassandra. I don't think you're supposed to. But there you go. I can put that over. I hope that's helpful in some way, Michelle. Oh, hang on. And now it's taking forever to load that. So I don't think you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to, Cassandra. You just take your sweet time. Just take it sweet time. It's fine. Now it's just shut the app entirely. Clearly you're not supposed to. Mercury retrograde, anyone? Can you tell me we're in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde without telling me it's Mercury retrograde? Okay. Cassandra, I will do you now anyway. I will do you now. I don't think you're supposed to. Okay, Cassandra. You are coming up Facebook user, but it's fine. Genuinely, it's just going round and round in circles. It's just not doing anything. Oh my God. Oh my God. I hope they're not kicking me off of it. Right. Okay. Let's see. Where are we going? Let's see. What have we got for Cassandra? Wow. I do like this. You are more powerful than people know. More powerful. If you are a mother, remember that you are an incredible mother. You are taking everything that you didn't have and trying to bring it into this realm. The best thing about you is that you see everybody for everything that they need, not just that they need money, not just that they need food or clothes on the back, it's that they need emotional healing, they need spiritual healing. I don't know if you tend to find when people are really struggling, they find their way to you. Like you I don't know if you bring home waifs and strays, that's not what I mean, but it's like it's almost like salvation. You bring salvation to people without realizing that you do it. Like you go, if you're struggling, just come to mine. I'll feed you. I'll clothe you. You can have a bed for the night. And you have no idea what that does for people. 3 of Pentacles. Just remember that you also need support. As much as you will give out to everybody else, you need to give support. Oh, I like this. Have the death card, but don't take it personally. It's not doesn't always mean, very rarely means physical death. Sometimes you don't see your strength. At the night times, I don't know if there's something at the night times when you go over the day and you will pick over everything you did not do. Instead of focusing on what you did do, how you have helped. There is a situation that you are possibly thinking of walking away from. And if you are spending those night times going, what didn't I do? What didn't I do? You know, could I have done anything different? Could I do anything different? I don't think you can. I think you've done all you can do. I think you've tried to give someone the tools that they need. I think you've tried to support someone or something. And I don't think you're ready to necessarily walk away right now in this situation, but I think the time is coming where you're getting ready to let it go, if that makes sense. Feeling the call and the inspiration to go elsewhere. I don't know if this is work related. Because you yourself, you're all good. Do you know what I mean? You're all good. And I don't know if you're trying to support someone or be a foundation for someone. Um, that's okay, Cyan. Stop on tonight. Stop on tonight. Three of Wands. You need to plan where you're going for you. It's what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? I don't know. I'm getting the Giant's Causeway. I cannot tell you why. No, you don't have to pay for it, Sheila. If anybody does donate, I try and prioritize them. But otherwise, I just no, stop on's much better, Cassandra. um, you don't have to donate. These are free readings, and if anybody does donate, I just prioritize them because I really like to honor the energy exchange of someone that supports me in that way. I've literally got Giant's Causeway, and I can't tell you why. So that's either the Northern Ireland or something Northern Irish, or the west coast of Scotland potentially. And they keep telling me giants. And it may even be the giants, like the story of the Giant's Causeway, or whether that means anything to you. Because that was genius. That story is genius. But if it's about you, it's about where you want to go. What environment? There you go. The Ace of Cups on the bottom, and the High Priestess. Where do you feel called to go? Where do you want to go? What feels right for you? Because I think you've spent so much time worrying about everybody else that now it's time to walk away from people that don't give back, and to walk away from places that don't bring you joy or satisfaction. And I think it's satisfaction more than joy. Like you're just not content completely. Something's lacking, and so it's almost like you want to go and find that thing that's missing that will bring you that fulfillment, if that makes sense. I hope that makes some sense, Cassandra. So yeah, if you feel it's the right thing to do, I feel like you've been pushing and pushing and pushing. All right, this is going to sound really weird. I think you've been pushing and pushing and pushing and trying and trying and trying, and it's almost like you got to the end of the road and you didn't realize that you had to stop pushing because you'd already reached the end of the road ages ago. You just kept going because you're a good person, not because you failed in some way. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay, if you'd like a reading, let me know. I am on again tomorrow with Laura and Layla. So for those that don't know, Laura is in she is Ascending Butterflies, the page Ascending Butterflies, and she also has a group Ascending Butterflies. So Laura's on with me tomorrow, and things get giggly with Laura. I love it. I love working with Laura. And we also have Layla, and for those that she was down here. It was like a month, was it a month ago? It might be more than a month ago. Layla was actually in my house with me doing a live. So Layla does these incredible art pieces. She's a healer, intuitive as well. Medium. I think she's a medium. I'll say that I don't know, but I think she is a medium. She does talk to. I know she works with spirit, as in, like I do, cards at least. Both incredible. And Layla's is Rebel Heart Healing, her page, but she's incredible. So yeah, we're on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, one of them. It's on the wall. So if I don't get to you tonight, feel free to come and join us then. Also, for those that haven't seen, I am doing the Tarot 101 course on Saturday night. Saturday night, Friday night. Friday night, I'm doing the Tarot 101 session, which is a quick bare bones going over tarot. So if you've ever been curious about tarot, come along and have a see. And then you can get a taste for me as a teacher if you feel called to come and do the course, which is 10 weeks of tarot. There's loads in that course. But I'm going to cut off the course dates for sign-ups for the 31st because I may need to make a decision with regards to that course. As it stands at the moment, I'm not entirely sure I would be running it with the people that have signed, like them amount of sign-ups. So it might be that I put it off till later in the year, but I need to make an assessment on it, and I need to know before this week, basically. So I'm doing a cut-off for sign-ups on the tarot course for the 31st of August, and then I can make a decision on whether to run the actual course. Yeah, so we'll see. So yeah, Tarot 101, if you've ever been curious about learning tarot, come and have a look at it. Come and have a see on Friday night, grab a cup of tea. You don't need a pen or paper. There's a PDF afterwards if you want it. It's completely free, little hour and a half of me talking about tarot. So anyone can read tarot, Sarah. Anyone. I had a reading one day and just went, I want to be able to do that, and here I am. It's about practice and honing. It's not about naturally just going, hey, there's these cards, blah, blah, blah. Well, it is partly, but it's also, it takes practice and honing and skill. It's like anyone can draw or paint, but it takes skill and practice. Okay, Sarah, let's go with you. Wow, headache. As soon as I come in your energy, there is a headache. A lot of thinking going on. I just feel tired. I just feel like I want to sleep, but I can't because my head's aching or a lot going on in my head. Let's have a look, see what we've got for you. Just want to be happy, but there's blocks. See that a bit more. Decisions, decisions, decisions. You have a choice. You always have a choice. Even if you feel blocked, you still have a choice. You still have the capability to make a choice. And yes, there is black, and yes, there is white, and yes, there is a path in the middle. But I feel like this is to do with an apology, but I'm not entirely sure the apology is completely genuine. I feel like this apology is everything that it should be. Like to the outside world, it seems like, oh yeah, it's this beautiful apology, these beautiful gestures, but actually on the inside, you're feeling not good enough, unlovable, unworthy. My voice is wobbling as I do it. Like, this is going to sound weird. Like, if you forget to shave, that's a problem too. Like under the arms, if you forget to do that, that's a problem too. And with this, if you look, the sky and everything's all pink. It's like when they pour out the good stuff, there's rose tinted glasses. But everything kind of feels not quite what it was. And then we have the Queen of Wands. This is remembering your power, your magic, what you have, how incredible you are. Protect your heart space. Your higher heart also is hurting as well in this. The higher heart chakra as well as the heart chakra. Let's see, what have we got? I can't read what that says. But I've never seen one like this before. The Knight of Pentacles. Why those? I can't read that. I can't read what that says, but it says, why those? That's the only words I can get from it. Why those? With the Knight of Pentacles, it's about, with that Queen of Wands as well, it's about being ready to take action when you need to. Nine of Wands, these blockages. I feel like there's an option to have one last try, but I don't think, because if you look, they're falling back through them. I feel like that would be going backwards, and it does you no good in this instance. Three of Cups. It's about with the Three of Cups, this is about support network around you, using them, utilizing them where you can. I think you need to share your situation. That's not a mutual thing. What's not a mutual thing? But going one more go. I feel with that Three of Cups, it's about making sure you have your at least your emotional support network around you, sharing that with people. One last try. I just don't think I'd entertain it personally, like from these cards, because that just looks painful. And I don't know why I get the word reductive, but for you, I feel there's support around you, people that have seen you grow, that have seen you evolve. And there are people that want to continue to see you do that. And these people, I don't know if you're ready to open up to them, but when you bring them clarity, when you give them that, they make you feel empowered again. They make you see that there is solutions, and they help you find solutions, and they help you, even just talking puts you in a different state of mind, of not being alone, seeing that there's light. You don't have anyone at all. You do. You have people that you maybe don't even consider that you could. So I was going to say the group. There's the group. There are neighbors that showed concern, or were wondered. I feel like a plan is going to come up. Also, try and manifest what you were hoping would show up at the end of the street. Try and manifest that. Try and put things in action. We have a new moon, right? I think the new moon's tonight, isn't it? New moon, August 2022. Oh, we've got a new moon coming up. No, hang on. Oh, show me the date. I just need the date. I don't need to know every moon phase for this year. New moon, August the 27th, it says. Why did I see there was a new moon today? New moon in Virgo. Oh, it is August 27th. I take it back. We have a new moon coming in. And if you set, it's money. Manifest money. Manifest money. Because right now you feel like there is no choice to make, no option to you, but there is always an option. And I feel like by communicating with people and sharing that, and by having conversations with people, and doing that, and talking and processing that, I feel like it creates a creative environment where solutions can be considered, come up with and considered. There is a desire to protect people with this, and thinking that a compromise is maintaining the status quo, but actually it's not enabling growth, and it's not Sometimes we confuse compromise with settling, and sometimes our example is teaching people to settle in certain ways. So it's about reaching out and finding inspiration from people. If you feel that's the right path for you, it's having conversations, and because somebody may have a solution that you may not have considered because you're in the situation too much, if that makes sense. I hope that helps in some way, Sarah. Seven of Pentacles. Is it worth it? Is it worth putting more time and effort into? But yeah, with the new moon, try and set intentions with the new moon. Have a look at into that. Yasmin Bolland has a group, a Facebook group about moonology. So there's loads about manifesting with the moon as well. So yeah, have a look into it. Set intentions. We make bay leaf wishes on our new moons. We take the bay leaves off the front tree in our garden, and then we set our intentions and we start working towards them to making that happen. Of course it did for a second. My internet just disappeared. Tell me it's Mercury retrograde pre-shadow without telling me it's Mercury retrograde pre-shadow. Thank you, Duchess. It's just a Fae reminding me I need to go and give them something. Okay, where should we go next? Okay. Okay. Felicia. Yeah, it just went black my end for half a minute there. Just decided to do what it wanted to do. Right, Felicia. Let's see what we have for you. I love your profile pitch, by the way. It looks beautiful. Okay. The first thing that I have is a constriction in material resources. So this can be your energy, physical energy, money, stuff in the house, anything in your life. It can be a lack of people around you. My ears are ringing. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's like I also have a Nine of Swords, and it feels like oh, thank you, Sheila. I'm on again tomorrow, this time, well, a little bit earlier than this tomorrow with Laura and Layla. So feel free to come along tomorrow and see if unfortunately, I can't read for everybody. I have to go where I'm drawn, but I'm really sorry you didn't get one tonight. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, it's like trying and trying and trying to resolve this situation and not quite fulfilling it for whatever reason. And that inducing anxiety and worrying about it. And this is going to sound like crazy. Ringing in your ears, as long as it's not anything, and I always say get it checked out medically if you're worried that it's that. The ringing in your ears is sometimes when we get spiritual upgrades, or spirit itself is trying to connect with us, and it's about opening ourselves up to listening to them, listening to our intuition. Sometimes it's basically our clairaudience coming online. So it may well be that you're a spirit worker or can work with spirit. There's an affinity there to work with spirit. So yeah, with this is going to sound crazy, but it's like you know where you want to go, but nothing really falls into place to make that happen. And this is going to sound really counterproductive, but it's almost like don't keep pushing at it. Let it be for a minute. It's so close. Like what you're looking for is so close, and it's almost like the more you concentrate on the fact that it hasn't turned up, it blocks it. So just know that what you're looking for coming in is coming. Know that it's coming. And it's almost like that brings in the blessings that you're looking for. So if, say, there's a shortfall of money, well, money always turns up. Just know money always turns up when I need it. And just keep saying that over and over and over, and know that on a level, money always turns up. That doesn't mean you go out and spend it like it's water. That's not what I mean. But money always turns up. And it's like the more, because what you're putting out to the universe effectively is, it hasn't arrived yet, or I haven't got any money. And so all the universe does is deliver you more, I don't have any money. So if you're thinking money turns up when I need it. I know money's always there for me. I know money always comes in. It comes in. And it's almost like that is what's blocking it. It's like the more you force it, the more you remind the universe you don't have it. And so it's almost like, do nothing. Know that you deserve it coming in. Know that it's supposed to come. Know that you're worthy, what it feels like, that it's coming. Don't doubt it, and it will turn up. And not very slowly either. Abundance comes in because you know you're worthy of it, and because it's happening. It's almost like you are your own block in that way, if that helps. Struggling in the financial for a long time. Yeah. Absolutely balance and budget, and do all the things that are necessary that you can do your end, and just know that the universe will bring it in. If you've been struggling, abundance is about to come in for you. Enough for you to have what you need, and a little bit of comfort. A little bit of comfort. There will be the balance. A little bit of what everything that you need, and a little bit of what you want. The abundance is about to make its way into you. Just know that it's coming. And when the doubt comes, fight it off, because you know you deserve it, and you know it's yours, and you know it's on its way. And stop focusing on how long you haven't had it, or when you don't have it, or how it's stopped you doing things. I love that I have a Virgo mug today. I'm not a Virgo, my daughter is, but it's Virgo season. It will come in quite quickly. When it comes in quickly. So um I would say 2 months time, energy changes. 2 months time, energy will change. Just know it's coming. Just know that it's coming. You're so welcome, Felicia. Okay, where are we going next? That genuinely sounded like there was a bird in my kitchen, but it wasn't. I think it was a cat or a dog shaking. You know, when they ruffle themselves. Okay, let's go. Where are we going next? Okay, Tracy Purcell. Oh, okay. That's really hard, Felicia. Make sure you give yourself time to adjust to that emotionally. There will be grief for the life that you thought you were going to have and you haven't. Make sure that you're taking time to honor your energy. I don't know if you're single parenting in that way, but even if you're not, just make sure you're taking the time that you need for you to move through that adjustment, to mourn what could have been. Because even if it's the right thing for you, that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. And there isn't stuff to process. And the whole, oh, you're better off without them is the least helpful thing. Although you maybe are, it doesn't mean that it makes it any easier hearing that. So honor what you need at this time. And you can build anything now. Instead of thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Go, oh my God, what do I want to do? What life do I want now? I don't have to consider another person. There's liberation in that, as well as obliteration as well, I suppose. But there is freedom within that. Okay, Tracy. I swear I've just shuffled these cards and this one's come out again. Okay. Sorry, I just looked at a card. It's not the card that's in your reading, but I looked at a card and it's just made me giggle, and I can't even share with you why. It has nothing to do with your reading either, which is it's still funny. We'll send it to my friend Laura in a minute, though. For you, I have the Seven of Pentacles again, which is assessing what we have on our plate. And then I also have the Wheel of Fortune coming in for this. So the Wheel of Fortune, when it comes in, this may already have happened. Something's come in to change your energy up. And it may feel like it's a push, push, push. And like, how do I keep going? It's about digging down deep. It's really about getting to the core. I feel like something's come in order for you to take stock, first of all, because I feel like an opportunity comes in and you're like, what do I actually want with this? What do I actually want with this? I feel like the change come in within the last month, and your reflective period is happening over the next month coming, where you are going within and assessing, hey, what does this mean for me? Is this worth me taking? Do I continue the way that um you're so welcome, Felicia. Um, what works for me, what doesn't work for me? It's really taking this stock assessment of everything in your life at the moment, your relationships, like the people, and not just romantic. I mean, like all your relationships, your relationship with work or things. Um, is work working for you? Is your home working for you? It's considering all these things because I feel like a change has come in and there's almost an element of control. Like, yes, I want this thing to be a part of my life, but I need to assess what's actually happening in my life to see if how I make that fit in around it. So it's not that necessarily things are being removed from your life unless you're choosing to let them go, if that makes sense. Do I put more time and effort into this relationship? Has it taken more than it's given back? Um, do I need to put a bit more time and effort into that one? And if I stop giving to this person who doesn't give back, that means that I can give more energy to this person who does give me, and I can reciprocate their energy as much as I really want to and should now. Um, this isn't going to be an easy. It does feel like with a point in your life where you're taking stock and really assessing everything. What do I want my life to look like? Who am I in this moment? Because I think sometimes we're so worried about getting back to who we were, we don't realize that that person doesn't exist anymore. Because that person didn't have X, Y, and Z happen to them, good or bad. And so it's about assessing who you actually are now, what that person wants, what work do they have to do to even be in a place ready to go after what they want. And it's almost like that by going through that process, it helps you find your North Star, so to speak. That star that gives you that point to aim for when you're navigating where it is you want to go to. The best way I can describe it is if you plan your route and you go, right, I'm going from Cornwall to Scotland. It's this route. I know I have to do this, this, and this to get there. But what you don't realize is life happened to you and you're actually in London. And so if you take the directions from Cornwall to there, you're not going to reach Scotland, are you? You're going to end up in Norway. And so it's really about assessing where you truly are to where it is you want to go. That doesn't mean that the things that you wanted to do when you were, say, 20, you can't do now. It just means that you're in a different place and you do it a different way than you would have at that point. You can still get to the same end point. It's just different how you navigate it now. And so it's really about that. What do you truly want? How do you make that happen for you? And that's going to take a lot of hard work. But when you come out the other side, it's like you step into your authenticity. You're honoring who you truly are and what you truly need. And there's empowerment in that. I also think people have held you back before and structure has held you back. And I don't know if you're in this point of your life where you're like, screw the rules. I'm going to go and do what I want to do. Screw expectations. Screw what I should or should not be doing. This is what I want to do and this is how I'm going to do it. And so, yeah, assess that. Really don't know. That's okay. If that's you don't know where you're going, that's fine too. It's okay to take stock, to be with you and to take time out if you need to take yourself away. You have fours coming up, which are about stability. but they're also about using that time in stability and calm to assess where it is we want to go and what it is we want to do and what's working and what isn't. It just feels like there's this big review, and I don't know if there was something that initiated that point. Um, it's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel lost. I think we worry about being lost, but sometimes it's an exciting place to be. Instead of fearing it, we go, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going, so where am I going to end up? And that's scary, right? I don't know where I'm going to end up. But if you look at it the other way, you don't know where you're going to end up. So you could go anywhere right now. It's like Wonderland, right? I'm lost and I don't know what I'm going to do, and it's scary and terrifying. And then it almost leads you to the point of, oh, I know where it is. I have to do this, this, and this to find my way back to where I want to go. If that feeling of being lost feels overwhelming, make sure you're talking to someone. But it's okay to take time to assess. Take time for you to assess, who are you now? Where are you going? Where do you want to go? You may find as you go through the process, you find it, and that helps you move forward. I do think there might be some shadow work there, working through past things that have happened, past traumas that maybe you haven't shared with people that have had a profound effect in changing you. And there may need to be help and guidance along the way of doing that. But this is really about, you know, taking control of choosing to take yourself to a place to do that. Oh, tarot reading, please stop. Go, if you start good a page, people will come to you. That's how I feel about it. Please don't engage with the scammer. By the way, if anybody, they've taken to inboxing now. So if anybody's inboxing you, please feel free to report them, tell them to do one. Do not pay them money, because they will harass and harangue you and tell you that you're cursed, and you're not cursed. I hope that helps in some way, Tracy. But yeah, make sure you take the time. There's an element of control of choosing to take ourselves away to meditate and think on and ponder of where it is we want to go. I don't know if a burnout moment or a rock bottom moment led to this, but that's what I have. Right. I'm just going to listen to my body for a minute because it's spinning, and I don't know if this is because this is somebody's energy or if it's me saying, hey, you've done enough today. And I really want to honor that, especially as I have 2 more big lives to do and I don't want to let the other people down. 3 more. Yeah, I think that's me. And if I'm not sure, I should honor that. So if I didn't get to you tonight, I'm really sorry. I am on tomorrow with Laura and Layla and I'm going to double check the time, and I want to say 7. I really want to say 7. I think it's 7 tomorrow. Anytime it wants to tell me the time tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's 7. You would think I would have put it on the wall further than that. Also, I will be on with Ewan over the weekend. It is 7 o'clock tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow on here. It's with Layla and Laura. You will love it. You will love it. Yeah, Layla and Laura tomorrow. So you get 3 of us for the price of 1, so to speak. And then Saturday night. So Friday night, I am teaching the 101 Tarot course, and the StreamYard for that is already up. So if you want to come along and try that out, it's on the page. It will give you a taste see if you want to, for me as a teacher, or if it just inspires you to take up tarot. That's all it needs to do. But if you feel inspired to have me as a teacher, then you can book onto my tarot course. But like I said, I'm closing booking slots on the 31st of August because at the moment take up it's not enough to run the course. So if there aren't enough people that want to take up the course by the 31st, I will not be running the course this time, and I will review it at a later date. what else have I got going on? So yes, Saturday night I will be in the Magpie's Nest, my group. You can find it on this page, or just look up Magpie's Nest, Magpie Moonchild, and I will be doing a live with Ewan on Saturday evening because he really wants to come on and do another one. I'm not going to necessarily bring him on the public page because I don't know what happened. I think it was Spirit saying we never found we never found that happen on the live. So I'll be bringing Ewan on Saturday night in the Magpie's Nest. What else will I be doing? And then I've got Lorna and Alison on Sunday. So for the rest of the week, you get me almost every day. No, it is every day because tomorrow I'm on, Friday I'm on, Saturday I'm on, and Sunday I'm on. So for the next 4 days, I'm on around about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock every night. So yeah, come and join me. If you want to look at building your own spiritual development, I do run a free spiritual development group that is on here, which is I am at the moment, Tracy, because the kids are off school. Yeah, so a spiritual development group again, Magpie Moonchild spiritual development group. It will come up. It's free. There's no advertising. If anybody wants to go on there and do a live, feel free to do that. The only thing I say is not to promote your page. It's just in there to kind of build up experience and everything. No money is to change hands in that group. And yeah, so I think that's everything for tonight. But thank you to everybody who let me read for you tonight. I know it wasn't as long as the rest, but I'm very aware that I have another 4 or 5 days of reading and doing stuff on here. So thank you to everybody who supported me tonight. It really means the world to me. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow for Layla. And Laura, if you didn't get a read tonight, feel free to come and join us tomorrow because we will be on and there's 3 of us. It's triple the fun. So yeah, hopefully I will see you tomorrow, but I am going for now. So I am honoring my own energy and I will see you later. Bye for now.